What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Dogecoin to BTC. We'll also be doing a really quick channel update as to the application, as well as one other thing. Otherwise, if any of that sounds interesting, let's jump into today's episode. So guys, really quick before we dive into the coin market cap as well as the charting, I just want to make two updates to the channel, one regarding the app and two regarding my address for you guys to send fan mail to. So I did make a video yesterday, it was a live stream, and I really want to make this quick because I know a lot of you guys want to just jump right into the charting, and I will. There will be no current events in today's episode. But before I dive into that, as for the fan mail, guys, I think it was a huge opportunity and a great idea from you guys as well as me, so I decided to get one. So here is my address. I'm going to put it right here, as well as it will also be found in the description. So if you guys wanted to send me fan mail, letters, packages, I know some of you guys wanted to send me some foreign prepackaged foods to review or unbox on the channel, just to give you guys some shout outs, you know, for the fan mail on the channel. That's going to be awesome, and I hugely appreciate it. I know a lot of you guys said you wanted to send me stuff already, so here is the address. Otherwise, jumping into the application, so I moved forward with the app, and we will now be releasing it in a beta version for you guys to test out. The forums work, the social media works on it, everything is good and set to go. So I wanted to show you guys how to download it, because it's not going to be as simple as downloading it from the App Store, but it is super freaking easy. So all you have to do is click the first link in the description, and then once you get that link, this is all you're going to have to do. So you're going to be brought to a page like this. If you're on an iPhone, it's as simple as clicking open and then clicking install the app. Now you can see the app is downloading right here. Once it is done downloading, I'll show you the next step. So guys, you can see that the app has finally downloaded in, but you'll notice that you cannot open it. So it's very easy to get past this setting, and then bam, you're in. All you have to do is click your settings button, then go down to general right here, and then scroll down to where it says device management. Click that. Click the enterprise app, then click trust, and then you should be in. It is that simple. Now you're all good to go. Now you can use the app as if it was any other app. So it is that easy. Click allow, always use, allow, and then bam, you're in. So it's that simple. Go check out the app, guys. I do want to test it out in beta before I release it publicly on the App Store and Android. But otherwise, let me know your feedback on this. Subscribe to the forum, sign into the forum. This way we can all be messaging and getting some cryptocurrency knowledge and passing that around, and updates to the channel prior to going live on YouTube. Otherwise, let's jump right into today's episode. So you can see, guys, I'm on the current coin market cap, and we have a market cap of $172.8 billion. Then we have a 24-hour volume of 43.1 bill and a Bitcoin dominance of 52. So I'm noticing right off the bat that we are starting to see some negative numbers right here. 24-hour volume kind of dipping off. Same thing with the market cap. As I scroll down, you can see that's reflected over the prices. Out of the top 10 cryptocurrencies, only one seems to be up, and that's Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is really pumping right now, guys. Not sure why. It may be a coin we review in next week's episodes, but otherwise, Litecoin is now number 6, which doesn't look that good. Only down by about $54 million compared to EOS, but I feel like it's a rat race for number 4, 5, and 6, because their coin market caps are so close and so similar that if one coin decides to decrease or one decides to increase, it pretty much just knocks all the other ones out. But it's pretty wild to see Litecoin can bump from number 6 to the number 4 very, very, very quickly. Litecoin's down 2.7%, and we can see majority of the market is in red, which isn't an unfortunate thing. Volume actually does seem to be slightly higher today than it was yesterday. And then we can see the market caps are slightly lower, which is the indication that money is coming out of the exchanges and leaving. But otherwise, things look absolutely great. I know you guys did not want me to kind of talk a lot on the channel and go right into the charting, so that's what we're going to do. We're not going to discuss any of the current events that are happening right now. So I want to do two things really quick, guys. Huge shout out to everybody that has subscribed to me on Patreon. It is exploding. Your guys' support is unbelievable, and I'm so impressed and so happy and so proud of you guys for helping me out there. It's a very easy way to get exclusive content and all of my charts with live updates nowhere else. You won't see it on YouTube. They'll be in the first link in the description to my Patreon. And I want to give a huge shout out to the community that's building on my Patreon. That is absolutely amazing, and I won't let you guys down. Otherwise, guys, you can see very interesting. Yesterday we had a very, very, very weird move. So we actually we kind of, I don't want to say exploded because I feel like that's exaggeration, but we kind of took off a little bit and shot all the way up to $83. And that was right after I posted my video basically discussing that we were going to pretty much just trade on the purple uptrend. So that was pretty much what happened. And then while I uploaded the video yesterday, the coin just tanked and just fell right down. I was actually in the process of buying some Bitcoin and then watched it just tank and fall lower, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Pretty much just, I guess we can just consider it a hiccup in what happened, because we really are still on track as from what my original message was. I was saying yesterday that if we did manage to break up, we could potentially use the $80 as a support to just trade out sideways, but inevitably use the purple uptrend to continue moving in the positive direction. Unfortunately, we broke bearish from that and we fell down to the uptrend. So we're pretty much back to my original plan. Nothing really changed, guys. We're pretty much going to just trade out sideways here. I want to check out the 4 hour really quick and then I'll go back to the daily. But you can see on the 4 hour, things look about right. We not only hit our 76 support level, which is beautiful. These were great buying opportunities for me. Unfortunately, I already bought in back when we hit 76 previously, which was a while ago. But I believe it would have been a great buy-in opportunity for me to buy in again. Otherwise, you can see right now the interesting part is instead of us hitting support right here and holding us up, you can see the red band crossed over the green band, indicating a bearish move. That's exactly why we fell. Beautiful, obvious, and you can see now it's acting as a resistance instead of the support that we had previously. So now here comes the interesting thing. Volume dipped off. You can see not only are we going to now have 80 as a resistance and not a support, but we're going to see the high-low MMAs in the 4 hour as a resistance instead of a support. So I believe we're going to keep getting sandwiched in here until we trade out. Obviously, we are going to go back up to 80. That is my belief. Now, we could potentially fall lower. And here's what I'm going to say as we zoom out. So you can see right now, very interesting patterns right now. A lot of testing support right here. A lot of wick candles that have formed. But I do think what's going to happen is we're going to trade out sideways into here. This is going to be the biggest test for Litecoin when we retest that $80 support resistance level. We're either going to do one of two things. We're going to break bullish and shoot up to $88, or I mean, that is definitely a bigger possibility. I'd say a 60-40% chance, because we finally leveled off with our RSI. So you can see back when our relative strength indicator was up at 90, we were all the way up here. We had nowhere to go but down. And now we have a more stable market trading at only 55, which is beautiful. Gives us plenty of potential to break out of that and shoot up to 89. So obviously that is definitely where we want to see this projected, but there is, by the off chance we fall lower, if we do, it's a dollar cost averaging time for me. So if we break down and test 70, somewhere in here, I would start buying in right at around 75, 74. If we fall down to 70, if not down to this resistance 76, these are where I would start to kind of dollar cost average. You can see one in the middle, one at the yellow line, and then the other one would be here. This would end my dollar cost averaging. That would inevitably set us back down into being oversold, and then we would only be able to go up. So obviously these are my levels where I would buy in at. Let me just erase these lines really quick for us, but you can see it's pretty much a win-win scenario. That's kind of how I like to set up my conservative settings and my conservative investing. So if we decide to break up and head up higher to 88, at least I'll have 10% in down here. It won't be a lot, but it will be enough to profit off of. Otherwise, if we fall lower, it will just be dollar cost averaging down. This way, when we do decide to head back up, we'll be set to go and we'll make tons of profit off that. So it's pretty much a win-win scenario. Moving on to Bitcoin, you can see, guys, Bitcoin is doing a very beautiful move. Yeah, we did break bullish over there, but for the most part we are consolidating back down. Now the interesting thing to note is that we are finally back under the overbought line, which is beautiful. We've been trading at this overbought line for way too long, so to see us pull back down to 63 is definitely a beautiful sight. Definitely we could head back lower. I want to see how much lower it can get us if we head down to around 4,960, around that $5,000 barrier together. That's only $40 off, but shooting for around $4,900 where their previous support was. I want to see how much lower it can bring us down to. If it brings us down to 55.50, we look beautiful, and I think we're going to head back up. There is this slight off chance feeling that we could potentially fall back down to our, high-low MMA, and definitely a possibility it could fall down to our purple uptrend. So there's definitely some possibilities in play right now. Otherwise, the best thing you can do is just bounce off here and head higher, but we are kind of nearing overbought, so I think it's most likely going to head a little bit lower, and then we could start to see some uptrend happening, but I do think we're going to see some sort of pullback. I'm hoping that we can at least retest our high-low MMA on our daily before we start to climb back upwards. We did have a golden cross right here where the green line, the green band crossed over the red band, and that is an indicator of this major move that we saw here and a continuation upwards. So things do look very nice. Things are a little bit easier to read on Litecoin than Bitcoin, so I'm more hesitant towards investing in Bitcoin at the current position. You can see a almost identical chart with Bitcoin compared to Ethereum, so that's very interesting. You can see how Ethereum's playing out right now. Ethereum has a much better graph to read than Bitcoin does, and if we know that they're both trading similar, the advice can pretty much get carried over. So we know that we have an uptrend right here that is purple that held pretty true for the remainder of February into April. A beautiful uptrend at that. We consolidated into this descending triangle, and we broke bullish. We blew the tank and shot right up. We right through our high-low MMAs. So truthfully, what I'm looking to see within Ethereum is consolidation at its finest. This is what would be best. Basically, what that would do is it would catch us up to our purple uptrend, which would extend further, and then it could trade up on that and slowly crawl its way to $200. Now, the interesting thing is we look very well already positioned on our daily RSI, so that gives us plenty of potential to move upwards. What would be nice is to potentially see a pullback down to here, retest this, which would be good, but it would be a bad thing because we would have 160 now as the resistance. So honestly, just consolidation like this, it should lower the high-low MMA, and then we could potentially start to swing up like that. Obviously, the best bet would for it to consolidate out and test the uptrend, but doesn't look too bad. It's definitely no market right now that I would just say, oh, buy in, beautiful opportunity. That's not what I'm doing. Lastly, to check out Dogecoin. So we've been discussing Dogecoin since yesterday, and you can see we just started off tracking whether or not it was a good coin to buy into. And as we can see, Dogecoin has a beautiful symmetrical triangle that is forming on its weekly. Now, as we know, weekly formations take a very long time to complete, but you can see this formation has pretty much been on the market since the end of 2017. Even if you wanted to start it at the end of December of 2017, we've had 2 years now of consolidation, and we're pretty much about to end that in the middle of 2019. Now obviously this can make some very good money if it gets enough volume behind it, and we could shoot up. We see on the high-low MMA this very similar symmetrical triangle formation, on the RSI. When I zoom in on the daily for a more short-term profit, you can see what exactly is going on. So you'll note that I kind of said it yesterday, but for those new subs, we said that every time it touched its bottom uptrend, it exploded up in price. You can see that's happened here. It has happened here. And yeah, pretty much, and it's pretty much happened here as well. Every time we got really close, and it also happened here, it kind of blew up, which is awesome to see. So we're once again coming down to a new point. This one fell a lot quicker than previous support has, but that's because we're kind of getting very close in. So it's very possible that if we do see a touch on this line right here, so let's say this consolidates out like this, add touches here, we're going to see another pop to this uptrend, and this rally would be the money maker right here. Obviously then it would fall right back down, so you're going to have to take quick profits. But otherwise, guys, that's going to sum up today's episode. Definitely make sure to check out the app. It is the first link in the description, as well as make sure to download the app. Let me know, beta testing it, and make sure to subscribe. There will be a free cryptocurrency giveaway at 10,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.